Hello friends, this is Wilma and this is Wilma's Cross Stitch. Welcome to my Flosstube channel. This is Flosstube number 29 and yes, I have forgotten what the date is. The date is Thursday, January 29th. This is my second time starting because my iPad was on the other side of the room and I want to show you a few things later on the iPad as we're talking about things. So there you go. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to new viewers. Great to have you here, and thank you for those who have returned to hear what I'm having to say today. So it's good to have you here. Hopefully you're all safe and warm and all that, and haven't had to do too much snow shoveling. There's been a lot of crazy weather here in Canada and the U.S. For me in Saskatchewan, it has been mostly cold. It's been, during the day, minus 35. It feels like minus 45. That's Celsius. So minus 45 Celsius is the same as minus 45 Fahrenheit. So it has been cold. But we've been fortunate. Recently, we have not had that much snow. On Saturday, they're expecting 5 centimeters, which means about 1 inch. So that's not so bad. And it's warming up a little bit, so that's a nice little change. Although I did check for the long-term forecast, and in February and March we will be getting more snow. But anyway, good to have you here, and we are here to talk about cross stitch. So let's get going doing that. Today I'm going to be showing you some fully finishes that I did this week. I have done a lot of fully finishes. I have some finishes. I have some WIPs, I have a small start, and I have February plans. So let's get started. But before we start looking at fully finishes, let me just show you my calendar. And I use the My Crazy Life Lori calendar from Lori. And I stitch every day because, yes, I'm retired. And yes, I get to stitch every day. So there's something filled in every day. This week, there was one day I didn't do too much stitching because I was doing fully finishing, but I have been busy. I'm going to leave it open in case I need to look to it. But let's start with fully finishes. So I had my first big fully finish, and I'm going to have to lean over a little bit because this table is covered in stuff. So this was a finish this last week. It was going to be my 1 thread a day oldest WIP for February. I pulled it out and I thought, I can probably get this done this week because I'm pretty caught up on a lot of my projects for January stitching. So here it is. It's called Snowy Days, and I had to finish the red and white across. Then I had some white here to do. I had this snowflake, and that snowflake, and a little bit of green here. And I got that done this week. And I also framed it. This is a frame that I got at a shop in town here that's eventually closing. And they're selling, they used to frame, they don't anymore, but they're selling some of their frames. And I picked this up last week, and this fits perfectly. So I am very pleased. I finished this using sticky board. And then what I do with the sticky board is I put batting on top of the sticky part of the board. And then I frame, then I put the cross stitch piece over top of that. And then I use tape on the back. And I haven't covered it yet, but I'm going to. So there you go. It's a finish. An old WIP. Finished and fully finished, and I'm quite pleased with it. So there you go. There's the first one. Then I did another one, and I have a number of frame projects, and what I did is I did one with sticky board, which I just showed you. I've done one with foam core, and I did another one with comic board where I layered it with 3 sheets of comic board. So I did different things. But this also is a sticky board. I use sticky board for this and batting. And this was in I got a whole big box of things that have to be finished. Because I have to say, I like to cross stitching much more than finishing. I find finishing challenging. But I'm just keeping at it and getting better each time. So this was done too with using sticky board and batting. And then, yeah, I put it on the board and I finished that completely. So I'm happy to get this one done because be kind. That is the kind or kindness is the word of the year for me this year. So it's kind of nice to have this one done. And it's been around for a while. And I believe this was, I don't have the chart, but I believe this was a Lizzie Kate design. So the next one I have to show you that I framed is this. It's called Welcome Spring. And this was a chart. You got it free when you bought 3 of the Classic Colorworks colors. And it was around, oh, I bet it was like 10 years ago when this chart was around and you bought the 3 colors. So I've had this done for a while. And this is a Mill Hill kit, Mill Hill frame. And for this one, I used foam core. And when I use foam core, I think I put batting on this too, on the foam core. And then I like to pin the foam core. And then, and that's how it's finished in the back. It's all finished in the back. I pinned it, put a little bit of tape on the back, acid-free tape. And yeah, it's done. So, and very cute and ready for something for spring. Then we have another Little House Needleworks chart. This was a chart and it had 3 designs in it. It's a Little House Needleworks Petite. I think it was some kind of Valentine chart. It's somewhere in my stash. I've had this done for a while. And I found this frame in with all my finishing stuff. I have a number of frames for finishing that I haven't used. And this fit perfectly, so I decided to use this. And what I did with this, yeah, this has batting on it too. I used I cut out 3 pieces of comic board because it's quite thin. But what I like about the comic board is that it's easy to cut, much easier than the sticky board. So I cut 3 layers of comic board, glue them together using Aleene's glue, put batting on top, and then put the Ada with the design over top, and just did that on the back too. So this will be nice for next month. In February, I'll put this out with my display. So there's that one. Then I found, when I was looking for some things, I found this. I had done this a few years ago, but there's a little bit, the threads are breaking on the corners. So I think I'm going to do another board with just quilting fabric and glue this on top of it. And yeah, and then that will be finished too. But that could also just go in a little basket with a bunch of pillows. So, and this is Hands-On Design Celebration. I am, if you've been here before, I'm working on Celebration 2, but there was also a first one that was just called Celebration, and this is the February chart from that Celebration chart. One of the charts, the February chart. Words are difficult today. So there you go. And this was done on 14 count Ada. Lamb's wool. So, but I've had it for a while, but it's stuck away in a box with some other finishes. So that's that. And then I did a few pillows. Let me see if I'm going to have to stand up, I think. Yeah, because my little pillow is over there. Okay. So this is one pillow I did. This is the smallest pillow I think I've ever done. So I did a back finish. And this is from a Lizzie Kate chart. There was a time when Lizzie Kate did some charts in, they were packaged in clear cassette cases. And you'd get a big chart and a smaller one. And this is a design, this is the smaller design. And I just haven't finished it. And so I thought I'd finish it now because February is almost here. So love, perfect time. So I got that one done. And then I did, I stitched this probably 2 years ago. This is a Primrose Cottage design. And I just did a back finish. I have to put something on the back, probably a heart. It seems appropriate, doesn't it? And I just used rickrack for the hanger. And yeah, so that's that one done. And then one that I just stitched recently. I don't know if I might have talked about it last time, I'm not sure. Primrose Cottage has a newsletter, and they give away a free design, and the design for January was this. So I have done it on white antique white Ada 14 count. I looked at my pinks and my blues, and I was going to try one of those, but I just felt that this was probably the best. I used called for colors, but I was running out of strawberry parfait, so I switched it up. And I think I talked about this last time. Anyway, I finished it. I put a nice gray gingham fabric on the back. I'm going to put a heart or something there. And, normally I just make a pillow. I don't put trim on it. I'm no good at making cording. I have tried using the quarter, and it hasn't worked out well for me. And now I can't find it. So anyway, but I thought I would try using rickrack around the pillow. And I've heard some people will sew it, some people will glue it. So I decided to try it and do it with glue. So that's what I did. It's not perfect, but it will look nice in a Valentine basket, Valentine bowl. So with some other pillows. So there you go. It's done, and I love it. And yeah, so that's that. So those are my fully finishes. So I've got quite a few done, and I'm hoping to continue to get lots done because I've got a lot of old stitching things that have been stitched but not finished. Like I said, finishing is hard. At least it is for me. So those are those things. So, at the end of last week, I had quite a few things done for my January assignments. So I thought that I thought I want to go through my WIP list and see if there's anything that doesn't need too much work that could get finished. So I found a few things. So of course I did Snowy Days like I showed you. Then I pulled this one, this Lizzie Kate, and it is Wildflower Mix Cornflower Seeds. I didn't have this done, and I only had a little bit of that done. So it was pretty easy stitching while I'm watching TV. So I got it done. So in the near future, it can get finished. I have a number of these seed pack, they're called seed pack designs. I'm just not sure how I'm going to finish them because I have quite a few. So I haven't decided if it's going to be flat or if it's going to be a pillow or what it's going to be. But we'll see. It'll get done eventually. And then I had this other Little House Needleworks Petite, very similar to the Valentine one, but this is one for winter. And so I think I'm going to do it just like the chart shows. The chart shows it as a flat. So I think that's what I'm going to try and do. Not sure how soon it will get done, but it will get done. And then I have this one, which was a stitch card pattern from Fat Quarter Shop. And I have some others, and I've made them into little pillows. So this one, too, will be made into a pillow. But I was able to get all of these done and gotten a few things taken off of my WIP list, which is a big priority for me this year. So that's that. So I'm going to just put that over there. Let me now have a look to see what else I want to talk about. So yeah, I went a little rogue with working on those designs, but I was able to eliminate a few things off my WIP list, which is great. But I did start something. I found a chart, and it's from a Canadian designer called Pansy Patch. And she has this freebie. You just have to type in freebie in the search section of her website. And it's called A Kind Heart, somehow appropriate for my word of the year. So I downloaded it and I started it. I changed a few colors because I didn't have all of the colors that they called for. So I made some changes. And let me show you what I've used and what colors let's see, what did I have? I had to change one of the colors, and I changed it to Madison Rose. But here are the colors that I'm using. I'm using most of the colors that they had. And I'm just changing, I just changed some of the pinks. So yeah, there you go. Oh, here, maybe this is easier. There. So, and here, I'm sorry for the dangling thread, but I do have a dangling thread. I started in the middle because I wanted to make sure I had enough fabric, and I'm just working my way down. And this probably won't get done in February, but I just thought I'd give it a start. And it's a nice design. This is a kind heart. This is my word of the year. Plus, it's kind of, it could be a Valentine's project, but it probably won't get done in February. I've got lots of things I want to do. So that was the start. So let's move on to WIPs. So last week, I almost had Celebration 2 done. I had a little bit more to do. I needed a floss, and then I discovered I needed another floss. But here's what I got accomplished. Last time I had the snowmen done, up to the snowmen. I did the cardinals, and I did this this section here, and JAN will go in there. But I discovered I didn't have the floss for JAN. So I'm just going to leave that for now, and I'll come back to it. And in a few days, I'll be ready to start February. So let's see if I can show you the design. Here it is for you people who haven't been here before. So next one is going to be two red birds I'm going to be doing for February. So that is an assignment that I got finished. So I worked on that. And then what else did I do? Oh yes, Garden of Quilts. This is the Fat Quarter Shop chart from Lori. It's a Lori Holt chart. It's being sold by Fat Quarter Shop. And let me just go to, on my iPad, I'm going to pull it up. So, and you can get that, you can get it as a paper chart, or you can get it as a PDF. I got it as a PDF. Being in Canada, just so much faster. So, Garden of Quilts, a few people are doing it. Kimberly from Fat Quarter Shop is doing it, and I think Nicole Spohr is doing it. Garden of Quilts, and I saw a Fat Quarter Shop Flosstube where Lori Holt was on, and she was talking about doing a part of the chart. So yes, there's a lot of people working on this. So this is, okay, come on. There it is. There's the chart. I'm working on the row with the flowers right now. And this is how much I have gotten done. I do a right start. So yes, I'm working my way across. So this will probably take a few months to get done. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's lots of fun. And you know, I've always wanted to be a quilter, but it just isn't. It isn't me. And so I can have a little bit of quilting on the wall, cross-stitch quilted flowers. That is my way of having a quilt. So there you go. So there's that one. I worked on that. Then I worked on What Remains is Love, and this is my sampler that I'm concentrating on each month until it gets done. What Remains is Love from Blackbird Designs. Really enjoy this. It would have been nice to have it done for February, but I like to move around a lot with the different things that I work on. It's not going to get done, but let's have a look at it. Whoops, nope. Let's see. Here we are. This is where we're at. Sorry for the wrinkles. And this week I worked on this bird. It's not quite done. It's almost done. And then I'll start on another motif and just work my way through until it's completed. But I'm quite happy with my progress, and I am using the called for colors, which is a combination of, let's see, what is the combination of? It is a combination of Classic Colorworks, Gentle Art, and Weeks Dye Works. And I'm really enjoying the color. And I'm doing it on 14 count lamb's wool Ada. That is my go-to fabric. Then we have another one, which is that I worked on is GH 1857. Actually, I'm not sure I worked on it that much, but I'll just show you my progress. And I'll show you the picture for people who have not been here before, because I do show it every week. You're not going to forget it because, yeah, it's shown all the time. Anyway, so here is the design. It is from Sodi Day, which is a Dutch designer. Really enjoying doing this when I do it. So, and this is what the front cover of the book looks like. There's a stitch along on Facebook right now, and it's a 2-year thing. It started last November, and since I'm a write, and they're giving us monthly assignments, although many of us are not following exactly. So this is the top, and I started on the right, so I just worked my way over to the left, and now I am here, and I'm working on a little flower in a vase. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. It's 2 years or a year and 3 quarters now, so got lots of time to work on that. So those are the WIPs that I worked on this week. Worked on this week. So February plans. What are my plans for February? Because yeah, every month I decide what I'm going to do. And actually I had pretty good progress. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 of my 10 things done. Like my first item was my log cabin, and I got the assignment done. February celebration 2, I got my monthly assignment done. My old WIP, that was Remember Me. I showed that pillow a few weeks ago. I got that assignment done. I did my Red Christmas, did that monthly assignment, got an ornament done. Tiny Town Frosty, I got completely done. And my Winter Mittens from Brenda Gervais, I got completely done. So I feel quite pleased with what I've accomplished so far this year. So I really feel like this plan of choosing 10 things and working on them for about 3 days really works well. And in some cases, I don't need to work on them for, oh, my hair. I don't have, it's just getting worse. I don't have to work on them for 3 days. So it's working out well. So what are my plans for February? Let me pull out some of the bags. Let's start with Log Cabin. So Log Cabin, I am going to be starting on part 2 for February. And here is, where is it? Here is the project, and let's just pull it out like this. There's going to be January, February, March across the top, and I've done January. So now I'm going to start working on the middle section for February. So we'll see how that goes. It looks pretty good. It doesn't look like it has as much stitching as January had. So we'll see how it goes. So that's the first thing I'm going to be doing. Second will be Celebration that we saw a few minutes ago. And I will be doing the February section. Then we've got the GH 1857 that I showed you a few minutes ago, and I will work on that flower pot. The sampler, What Remains is Love, I will work on that. And then my old WIP, or One Thread a Day. Now this project is probably going to take more than a month. I'm going to be working on this for a while. And this is the Little House Needleworks ABC samplers. So let me I'll show you, see if I can find, let's see what I can find here. Because I got some of them done. And I will show you the ones I got done. But here, I'll show you the first one. I did get this chart from the first one. ABC. I got this one done already, and I'm doing them as individual pillows. I've seen some people do it as one large design. So it starts with ABC. I have 3 left to do. So let me show you those designs. I'm going to have to open forgot to leave the zipper open, sorry. So let's see. We have RST, UVW, and XYZ. And this is called Little House Needleworks. That's the designer, and it's called ABC Samplers. And there's 9 parts. And so let me show you the so this is good. I haven't started XYZ. This is the fabric for XYZ, and it's all being done on 14 count lamb's wool, Ada. And then here is, let's see which one this is. This is UVW. So I have a start on this. When I was doing this many years ago, every month I started on the next one. And some of them didn't get finished. So this one needs to get finished. And then we have this one, which is RST. So they're fairly small. They are, what's the stitch count on these? The stitch count is 63 by 63. So yeah, I'll be working on this for a while, but I really would like to get these done, and I've had them for a while. But I'll show you the ones that I've done already. And then when they're all done, then I'll go and get some fabric. I'm going to make them into pillows, and can put them in a nice dough bowl or something like that. So here is FGH. And why do I have this fabric around my Ada? Is so that it would fit in my larger Q snap. So that's FGH, ABC, and in some cases I changed the fabric colors a little bit because it wouldn't show up on my fabric. So, and this is DE, IJK, OPQ, and this is LMN. So, all done on 14 count lamb's wool Ada, and I've had these done for a while, and now I'm just determined to get them all done so that they can be displayed and can get off my WIP list. So there you go. They've been around for a while. When did she make these? Does it say? I don't see the here, hold on, let's see. This will tell you, because I got them shortly after they got 2016. So they've been around for a while. I think I started them when I had my shop. So anyway, so that is going to be my WIP, my old WIP, or my 1 thread a day. So there's that. And then we'll just review this because we haven't seen this for a few weeks. This is my yearly Christmas project. And I'm using DMC colors 304 and 815. And this is the pattern. Maybe I'll take it out of the plastic for you. And see, there it is. And I'm working on the borders right now. I did one side of the border. I'm doing another side now. Let me just show you. This is a big project. There you go. And this side, for February, I'm going to work up. And then I want to go across to make sure I haven't made any stitching mistakes before I go any further. So this is done on 14 count lamb's wool Ada with the DMC floss And yeah, I'm hoping to have this done by the end of the year. I've divided the chart into 12 parts, so we'll see how that goes. I'm not quite sure it's going to get done by the end of December, but we'll see. So there's that one. So what else do I have on my list for what I'm going to do? Oh, yes. We have to have a new Christmas ornament because we finished the one from January. So what I've done is I pulled out Candy Cane Lane from it's from Erica Made, Erica Arndt, and she has a website that says store.confessions of a homeschooler. So she has some homeschool things on it, but she has a lot of she does quilts, quilt designs, and every year she does cross-stitch ornaments. So I thought I'd pick one of these little houses. And there's a reason for my madness with these. I'll show you some of the floss. Here's some of the floss. It's all she chooses all DMC, and she usually does it on an Aida cloth. And so there's those colors. And then I store my extra DMC that I've used, but I have part skeins on in these envelopes. I find them easier than the floss bags. So I've got some red. Have to put these on temporary on some cardboard floss tags. I got green, and I also have, I think there's another green. But these are fairly small projects, and I decided to do them because I have these finishing items, and I was going to use them for another designer's charts, but these finishing items are too small, but they will work out for Erica's. So I'm just going to, it's in plastic. My goodness. Here you go. There's these little tins, and then the sticky boards that are 2.64 inches. Here, let me show you. See? Fit in there. So I want to try one of these charts because I think it will fit in there. And then I'll have a use for these finishing items. So that is why I chose to do this ornament this month. So I could see how, sorry for the crinkling, see how those finishing items would work out. And they're quite cute, the pink and blue houses and stuff. So yeah. So that's my ornament for this month, for February. And I don't think it's going to take 3 days to do. I think it won't take that long. So I'll be able to put more time into some of my other projects. So what else am I doing in February? I am going to be doing, I pulled this out. This is from Brenda Gervais, Snowmen in the Forecast. So this is a newbie, a new start. There you go. I got the floss, and it's mostly Gentle Art Classic Colorworks and a little bit of Weeks. And I am going to be doing this on Lamb's Wool Aida. And if the color isn't dark enough, I also have some Beautiful Beige, and then I'll do it on Beautiful Beige. I have a feeling I might be doing it on Beautiful Beige. I don't think this is going to show up enough on the Lamb's Wool. So that's the project I'm going to do. And then I picked one more, a Valentine's item, because just because. I have this bag, and it has it has this chart too. I'm not doing this chart right now, but it has this chart in there too from Brenda Gervais. And I'm going to show you what I've done so far. And I should also show you the chart that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using this one. Many people have seen this. And I've done one of the designs, and I did it on this color. And I've had it done for a while, but I want to finish it. And I would like to do, I'm going to start with the hearts, and then I might do the X's and O's later. So, but I couldn't decide which color to do it on. If I should do it on lamb's wool or if I should do it on this particular color, because this isn't quite gray. It's a greenish gray. or I should do it just on gray pewter. So I'm going to try the gray pewter, and I might try a little piece on this, and then I'll decide which one I'm going to do. I don't think it's going to take that long because it's just hearts, white hearts with one red heart. So we'll see. I'm using, it calls for, often Brenda Gervais uses fancy floss or hand-dyed threads, but this time she used some DMC, and it's 351, some white, and I like using B52 and 813. But I also threw in Ribbon Red from Classic Colorworks because I really like that color. It's really nice. And also this one, Ladybug, in case I want to change the floss to hand dyed. I'm not sure. We'll see. We will see. It's a nice small chart, and if we don't get it done for this Valentine's, we'll get it done for next year. It's fun to do Valentine's around the Valentine's season. So there's that one. Is there anything else? Oh yes, there's one other thing I'm going to be doing, and that is With Thy Needle, Teresa Kogut. So in February, my mother's passed away a few years ago, but it would have been her birthday, February 28th. And I started this probably about 2 years ago, but didn't get very far, and I put it aside. And I decided I am going to pull this out on February 28th and work on it. And I will probably work on it throughout the year from time to time. And that is With Thy Hands by Teresa Kogut. So there you go. There's the sampler. And below is a needle book. And I might do that eventually too. We'll see. But I am working on the sampler right now. Let me show you that. And Teresa uses mostly DMC colors with a few hand-dyed colors. So these are the colors that she uses. Now, her chart, she of course used not an Ada. I'm sure it wasn't an Ada. Let me see if I can find the information on what she used. She used 40 count, which Wilma will never be using. Vintage Country Mocha. So I guess I could have used Country Mocha. I don't think I did. No. I used Pewter Gray. And this is my start. And I think when I originally started this, I started on another fabric and I didn't like it. So I started on the gray, and I think I did this much because I wanted to see how the gray looked. And it looks nice. And yeah, I often choose pewter gray. Often I have pewter gray because I have a lot of blue in my home. And I just feel that the gray looks really nice with the blue. Especially I have Delft blue plates and other things, and I just find that it looks nice. So I will work on this some more on February 28th. And maybe and other days too, maybe. We'll see how it goes. So that's my plans for February, the things that I would like to get accomplished. It would be nice to do more finishing in February, and that probably will happen, but those are my things that I want to stitch. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see if I'll be as successful in February as I was in January. So I did go a little rogue this week. I did a few other things that I wasn't planning on doing. And, like many of us, we like to just look at all the different designs online. And my radar is on a few new items. They are mostly online right now, although the Nashville show is coming in another month, so watch out, see what we can find. There is one Teresa Kogut that's on, you can only buy as a PDF. It's on her website. I'm going to see if I can quickly find it. It's a charity chart. She had a, let's see if I just put in hope, if it comes up. It might come up. Does it come up? No, it's not coming up. Let's see if I put in hope. Oh, maybe I'll put charity chart in. And she did this chart to raise money for friends of the family who had a little boy, and he had cancer. So the mom had to stop working to take care of him. So she is trying to help raise money for this family. So I can't find it. I can't find it. Charity chart. Let's see. Nope. Let's see if we go hope and love, because it's something about hope and something about love. Hope and love. Let's see if it shows anything. No, it's not showing up. I'll have to show it to you another time. Let's see. I'm just looking through and seeing if I can find it. No, I can't find it. Anyway, I had my eye on it. It's a little house, and it says something like love and hope, and I thought it would be nice to do. Then, my father's birthday passed. He has been gone for a number of years, and he was an avid gardener. So I saw a blueberry Ridge, which is a Canadian cross-stitch designer. Blueberry Ridge cross-stitch. And they had a very cute little pillow. Let's see if I put greenhouse. I'm not sure if it was called greenhouse or not. Let's see. See if I can find it. No. Garden house. Maybe garden house. Garden. Here it is. I thought I saw it. Here it is. This one. Thinking of getting that as a PDF and doing that. And Pansy Patch, another Canadian designer, also had a cute gardening chart. So that's kind of what's on my radar right now of things I might like to do. So that's it. You know, it's been great being here. I hope you're all safe and warm, and you got power, and you're able to stay in, especially if you got a lot of snow, so that you can stay in and stitch. So it's been great seeing you. Hope to see you again soon, and happy stitching from Wilma. See you. Bye.